this type of disinformation campaign is intentionally difficult to find hardcore proof of. It's other factors. And what the experts say is that this couldn't have been faked, that it's not one factor, that it's 100 factors that point to Russia. They say it's the forensics, it's the digital fingerprints, it's the IP addresses, the malware, the encryption keys, the specific pieces of code, that all of them point to Russia, and none of them points to anyone other than Russia.
Какие отпечатки пальцев?
What fingerprints, or hooves prints, or horn prints? What are you talking about? IP addresses, they can be invented. You know, there are very many specialists that can invent or fix it up. You know, a kid of yours can send it. Your girl that is 3-year-old can perpetrate such an attack.
This is not my allegation. This is the conclusion of the 17 U.S. intelligence agencies and the others that I mentioned. But what they say is that Russia not only hacked into the Democratic National Committee and hacked into Hillary Clinton's campaign emails, but that they also perpetuated a campaign of disinformation that involved putting out fake news stories through Russian-controlled entities like RT and Sputnik, and that those then were pushed by aggregators and what they're called bots on Twitter and elsewhere, and specifically targeted at voters who were potentially pro-Trump, voters in the Rust Belt of America, in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, who were potentially gettable for Trump. And that is the conclusion that they have reached.
Мы все должны брать.
All of us should take the American mass media's role model, you know. Megyn has been demonstrating today high class in her profession, because I have just cited an example that points out that there was no disinformation, no matter who was behind that leak about the Democratic Party. And the fact is that that director handed in her resignation. And what President Trump has been saying, just show me the quote. He won, he said, because of the Russian intervention. I don't remember him saying so.
He finally came around to saying, I think Russia did it, and he said, I don't think he'll do it again.
Well, you see, it seems it's a very, very serious question of world politics.
President Putin, there are reports today in the American press that the Trump administration took active steps to ease sanctions on Russia almost immediately after Trump took office. Was this possibility ever discussed between the Trump team and your representatives prior to President Trump being inaugurated?
Вы знаете, я видел то, что происходило.
No, I saw what was happening. To be frank, it was a great surprise. It's just absurd what they're saying. I don't know where these people have come from that distribute this kind of information. It's a catastrophe. Our ambassador has met someone. And what is an ambassador supposed to do? That's what he gets money for. He has to hold meetings, have discussions about the current state of affairs, to seek agreement. What do you expect him to do? Do you think he has to enjoy himself and go to those institutions for visit in which he is going to be expelled from the job? No. This is his job. He is accused of meeting someone. It's absurd to accuse him of that. It's diplomatic service. It's astounding. President Trump's aide was dismissed. He was accused of agreeing with someone on something. Well, those people who disagree with me will never believe what I will say right now, but I had never known anything about it. I'd never known about anyone meeting anyone. We never agreed on anything. We simply said that we've got to think about how we should build our relations. Shouldn't we think about that? Shouldn't we do that deliberately and not just recklessly? So
Удивительно просто.
You see, it's
Это просто истерия
surprising.
какая-то.
This
И
is some sort of
как вы можете
hysteria.
прекратить? Ну, таблетку что-то
And
надо
this
дать.
hysteria never seems to stop. Maybe someone has a pill that is going to cure this
Правда,
hysteria.
честное слово.
Honestly, it's surprising.
Нет, короче,
No.
ответ нет.
My
Никаких
answer is
договоренностей не было.
no,
Даже
no
не-
agreements
даже к снаряду не
whatsoever.
подошли. Даже не
We
успели
never
начать переговоры.
even get down to that, never had the time to start the negotiations.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.